Mr. J is reading a hardback book. Mr. J is a 61-year-old Native American who has come to Mortimer Hospital because of peritonitis associated with his peritoneal dialysis catheter. During my initial chaplain's visit, Mr. J explained that he is a Baptist minister from the eastern part of the state. Yesterday, he had surgery to remove some infected tissue. Well, Mr. J, I'm glad you're here today. I didn't catch you yesterday. How are you? I say, walking up to the left side of his bed. Oh, I'm okay. I'm sore today, but I'm fine. Sore can be loaded with meaning. In my vocabulary, the word is the epitome of down day. That's great. What are you reading today? Maybe I'm playing along, maybe not. I go right on by the pain, but I acknowledge that he is someone beside the patient. I sit down facing him. It's a book about Revelations. Well, what do you think of it? Oh, he said, this author is a good writer. I've seen some of his other books. He's done a lot of research. There are lots of different views on Revelation, he said. His eyes bright yet calm. It's a pretty complicated book, I respond, appreciating his thoughtfulness, acknowledging to myself that I know almost nothing about the book. The UCC definitely does not emphasize study of Revelation. Yes, but I think John was divinely inspired. He was lonely on that island, but God came to him. We both look up as a professional in a white coat walks into the room and stands at the end of the patient's bed. Mr. J, he asked pleasantly enough, but with an air of all business. Yes? I've come to remove your package. I know what that means, and I want out of here. Shall I come back in a little bit later? I try to offer with an air of innocence, leaning forward about to stand. Oh no, this won't take long. I would like you to go ahead and visit. Distract him a little bit. She gives a wide smile and then steps back over to the wall to get some gloves. Have I been invited to stay or ordered to stay? I wonder what Mr. J wants. What am I saying? He's Reverend J, not Mr. J. Does it make any difference? He answers. Okay, I was just going to tell the chaplain about the books I found at the garage sale. She says, great, now let me explain what I'm going to do. Your incision was only sutured in 3 places. See here? She's pulled up his pajama top and pointed to the 4-inch incision on his stomach. The surgeon didn't sew you up all the way because he didn't want to allow the infection to fester and grow. After I pull the packing out, your incision will just ooze for a few days and sort of push the infection out. Does that make sense? I think so, responds Reverend J, uncertainly. I say to myself, what does this have to do with sense making? Okay, I'm going to grab the packing, which is a piece of gauze, really, and you just keep talking to the chaplain. Don't worry. I want you to know that I am very gentle, she says in a slightly softer voice. I know what she's not saying. Already I have a picture in my mind of the gauze of debridement meant to stick to the wound to help pull off dead skin during the process. The problem is that the dead skin is very stuck to the live skin. Reverend J looks over at me. I have quite a library at my house. I say, what kind of books do you collect? But then my last word is interrupted, taken over by his grimace. Oh, Mr. J, I know this tape is pulling your hair there. I'm so sorry. I don't want you to think I'm not gentle. I'm really gentle. She continues on. It's not just pulling of the hair, it's pulling it out. I growl to myself. Oh, of course, I don't look. That hurts, this preacher says. Plain and simple. No number for the pain, just but only one person is in charge. Finally, she says, "There, go ahead with your discussion." "You were telling me about the books you collect," I say, continuing in this whole project of distraction. "Oh yes, religion books, of course. I enjoy finding out what other people think and preach about. I don't agree with all of them, but I want to understand different perspectives," he offers gamely. "Sure, I appreciate the fact of his openness, but his appreciation is cut short. In fact, oh!" Reverend J squeezes his eyes closed in pain and grips the bar hanging above his bed. "That really hurts, doesn't it?" the wound specialist says, with surprise and a little confusion in her voice. "It's excruciating," he responds, breathing hard, letting his hand drop from the grip. "I'll try to go more slowly." She pulls again. He winces again, exclaiming, "It hurts way down deep inside." Again, no number, but the patient reported pain clears the veil. "Is there a local anesthetic that could be used?" I asked softly, knowing it's not my place to ask, but unable to contain my alarm all the same. "No, a local would only get at the top layers deadened," she responds, making perfect sense from a medical point of view. I want to counter that preventing half the pain might be enough for this patient, but I decline. "Mr. J, how about if we rest for a minute?" I say to myself, minimalism in pain control. "Okay," he says. "Gosh, I can't imagine how hard this must be for you," I explain. Does he hear me say how hard it is for me too? He always reflecting bravely of me. "This is a tough one," he answers with careful understatement. "Are you ready?" She had about 3 inches of bloody gauze wrapped around her fingers. "I'm going to pull again," she says. "Oh, that hurts so much," he wails and then whispers. "Well, I had no idea that the sutures would be so tight. Usually it's not this hard to pull them out. I'm going to get the surgeon to see if we can get something for your pain. I'll be back. Can you stay here with Mr. J. Chaplain?" Ah, so the pain is from the suture, not from her pulling with all her might against the injured flesh. "I can, if Mr. J wants me to." I look at Reverend J. His eyes are closed. "This is a pretty drastic, intimate time to have a stranger in the room with you." He answers, "Especially a white woman. But I would like you to stay. Maybe we can go on with the distraction." I obviously didn't know half the privacy issues. The wound specialist has left. A circle of red gauze lying limp across the suture. The patient lays one hand on each side of the incision and pats his stomach a little bit. Perhaps distraction has moved from being a tool of the wound specialist to a little blanket for us both to give. Okay, I don't know where we were, but let's assume we were at the part about the garage sale. "Oh yes, I believe that God led me there. I saw a box of a Jerusalem Bible and a Scofield Bible. So I said to the man, 'How much do you want?' He said, $3. So I got out my money. This was a steal. For the 2 books?